What's your number one goal right now?
To be the best bench presser that's ever lived. You know, I see so many people at, different ends of the spectrum that are on crazy amounts of gear and low amounts of gear. And my concern is, how much is it going to take me to get to where I need to go? 10% of my following is Los Angeles based. People all over the world have seen that content. And there was so much ego involved in my early years of lifting. Everyone went through that stage. That's why I don't frown on it too heavily, because everyone in the gym went through a stage of thinking they were the bollocks.
Welcome back to The Good, The Bad, and The Beast. Today's guest is one of the strongest bench pressers in the world, moving weights most people wouldn't believe. 330 kilos or 730 pounds is what he can bench press. And today, we're going to break down his training, recovery, diet, and what it takes to grow your body in strength, but also on social media. So welcome to the podcast, Josh Baker, a.k.a. The Gym Reaper.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm okay. How are you?
Very good.
Good.
Thank you for joining us.
No, thanks for having me.
Where have you come from today?
Tamworth.
Lovely. Are you near Martyn Ford?
Yeah, sadly.
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 He's great, isn't he, Martyn Ford?
Decided to pick me as his new training partner, which, a lot of people might think that sounds really cool. Turns out it's not that cool.
Martyn Ford is one of the most miserable people to train with, and I mean that in the nicest possible way. He just makes training so unenjoyable.
Yeah, he makes training feel like you're going to death camp.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like. It's like, I'm going to train legs and Martin. Okay, I might as well be ready to be depressed for 5 days.
Yeah, like you're lining up for the Howitz.
Yeah.
It's like, you just don't want to fucking
No,
go.
you don't.
Yeah.
But to be fair to him, he does have this ability to bring out like a mental barrier, overcoming mental blockades that not many people can. He has got a style of training that is very intense, and you will find that you can push past places you normally wouldn't when you're with him. However, I just don't believe it's beneficial at all.
So he's fantastic, he's awesome, he's amazing, but he's fucking full of shit.
Yeah. It's like, if I've noticed, I've lost 40 kilo off my bench in the last 4 weeks. It's not going up, it's going down. It's going down.
This is what we're going to love about Martyn, right? Is he knows how to build muscle. He knows how to look good.
Yeah.
Like if you're after a bodybuilding coach, Martyn Ford is the man.
Yeah.
If you want to get strong, he's not the man.
No.
He will destroy your strength.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. He's destroying my soul, to be honest. So, having a great time, man.
Great. Fantastic. Good to hear.
Yeah.
I asked, I didn't ask you. I asked you today.
Yeah.
About bringing a piece of the beast in. I completely forgot.
Yeah.
But luckily, you've got something on your phone.
I have, yeah.
So I always ask my guests to bring a piece of the beast in, and this can be an item, an artifact, something that has good meaning, a turning point in your life.
Yeah.
What is said?
So I've got a picture here of my uncle.
Your uncle?
Yeah, so that is my uncle Danny. He was an RSM in the Irish Guard in the army for 26 years. When I was 8, 9, 10 years old, all through my childhood, that was my inspiration. He was my hero, do you know what I mean? Danny served in Iraq, multiple tours, Afghan multiple tours, did SAS ops, everything, you name it. It was very, he even guarded the Queen one-on-one.
Wow.
So, Danny was very a standout person for me and for everything in my life. And I always wanted to be in the army. That was my dream.
Really?
It was all I ever wanted to do was be in the army. And sadly, I couldn't because of eczema.
Right.
So let me down. But how he is as a person and his mindset and discipline is stuff that I carried into my life. So that right there is the beast to me. That's
lovely.
My hero.
I mean, for those listening in, it's a picture of a very intimidating gentleman whose hands on his hips stood next to a Range Rover Jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the army with all vehicle.
Yeah. I want to say that was South Africa, that picture.
You reckon it's South Africa? It's very, very hilly.
Yeah.
Okay, so why your Uncle Danny then? What's so important, or the turning point for this picture in particular, or him as a person?
Him as a person for me was the thing with Danny, especially me growing up, was he was always like that figure of masculinity. All his life, do you know what I mean? Like all I ever saw when I saw Danny, he just, not to be morbid, but he'd tell us stories about watching body parts flying through a camera, being tanks, and he used to be a tank operative, he did everything, but he'd talk about blowing Taliban up and this and that, and it was sort of a joke to him. And it kind of instilled this level of masculinity in me from a young age. But then when he came out of the army, he was also very vulnerable. Do you know what I mean? And he showed me vulnerability in men.
Vulnerable in what way?
In, his PTSD, the way he suffered, and the way he still suffers now. Danny one of his best friends hung himself in the army, and Danny found him. Do you know what I mean? So Danny had to go through so much, and he taught me so much about masculinity. But then for me to see him on the other side of that as well, and know that he struggles the way he does, helped me to better understand and deal with things myself. Do you know what I mean? And so for me, like, he's just a pillar in that, in everything for me.
The masculine part, like, I quite like that, because
Yeah.
I feel like having masculine figures
Yeah.
in your life at a young age is so important.
I think it's essential, because I think the reality is now the more we see it as time's going on, these younger generations are softer, and that's not like it's not like that's even hard to see. It's blatant. You know what I mean? It's so blatant now, and I think when you hear people talk about how it's never been easier to win in life, I genuinely believe that, because I think nobody really has any drive or desire or kind of like fuel to go for things anymore. Do you know what I mean? People are just so accepting of everything and very sensitive and soft, and everyone's looking for a reason to be offended by something. Or
I feel like that assumption is very summarized across most parts of the world.
Yeah.
But I think our parts of the world in particular have really suffered in those areas. There's so many factors that have come into play, such as social media, even stuff like sounds daft to say, but like finance and stuff like young kids now. When I was a young boy, like even getting a car was hard. Like you had to work hard, work 100 hours a week, and put all your monies in the bank and buy a car. Now, a 17-year-old kid can walk into Mercedes,
no problem,
and get an A-class Mercedes that worth 35, 40 grand and pay it off.
Well, it's funny you say that. I was literally speaking about this yesterday. My mate, Ollie, his friend's younger brothers, works at Lidl, makes about 20 grand a year. He's just walked out with an A-class Mercedes on finance, £700 a month.
It's crazy. Like, priorities.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But this is what I mean, like the reward scheme is going to be completely fucked in the arse.
Yeah.
Because people believe they're entitled to stuff before they've earned it.
Yeah.
Like, whereas our generation, you have to work hard. You want something nice, you work hard. Because these days, I'll just go get it, and then I'll suffer and pay it off and put myself in debt. It's nuts. And the social media side of things, like, geez, and it like the demographics. So if you're, and I've noticed this, if you're like looking for a narrative, so if you see a post talking about right-wing stuff, and you happen to like that post,
all of a sudden,
that's it. All your feed
is right-wing.
Is right-winged. And if you're a left-winger and see something woke and whatever, and you like that post, and then they're fed nothing but that. So this is why I think
that's done intentionally. It's to divide.
Of course,
the mass. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely.
I believe that's why there's such a divide.
Yeah.
And you will either get, and this is what I believe, you will either get a super duper like soft kid. Or the complete opposite of like someone that's just like hardcore masculine amongst it. And I honestly think social media is the biggest.
I agree. I completely agree. I think it all comes down to the basis of like, how much time do your kids spend in the bedroom and things like that? How much hands-on time do your kids have outside, just much. In the world, doing stuff? Do you know what I mean? Because like that's how we grew up.
Yes,
it is. Do you know what I mean? I do not remember. I remember when the 6 weeks would start of school, my mum would say, "Fuck off and I don't want to see you." Do you know what I mean? And, fuck off, I don't want to see you. And that was it. I would be up at 8 in the morning on my bike. I'd be back at 9 in the evening. I'd eat whatever cold tea I've got on the side, and then that's it. Do you know what I mean? Upstairs, chill in my room, do whatever I'm doing, and back out the next day. But you know, I'd ride 8 miles to go and knock on for a mate. Do you know what I mean? I'd ride anywhere I could to go and knock on for a mate. And you just get about, you do stuff, and you'd probably do stupid shit that you weren't meant to do, but that's how you develop as a person, and you know, you have a bit of grit behind you and a bit of tenacity about yourself, and it's just lacking now. It's
you got boys? You got 2 boys?
2 boys.
How old are they? 12
and 10.
So my lad's 13, so you know what it's all about. And like getting them off that PC,
mate.
It's so hard. And
it's dreadful.
I don't know about you, but like I'm fighting a brick wall with my partner on that. You know, I'll leave them alone. And it's like, no, they're like, you got like the thing in the fuck off
it's
that PC,
not even just that. It's
topping
like
him up a bit.
My 10-year-old, like, because he's the youngest, he's just babied. Do you know what I mean? So my 10-year-old, I sometimes look at him, I think, how are you 10? You got 5? Do you know what I mean? It's because she's like, oh, come here. But the point is, it's like, my boys just lack, I know that they've got the ability to go and smash things, but they'd rather just sit in their room. Do you know what I mean?
Because it's easy.
And
accessible.
Like they're doing taekwondo. It's cool. You know, they get out, they do that. But it's like, even then, for the other, how many hours of the week? What are you doing? Do you know what I mean? Like, are we strengthening any core skills? And it's like, I gamed as a kid. From when I was like 14, 13, I did play games, but I also got out.
Yeah.
I got out a lot.
Yeah.
There was a mixture of both. And I know for a fact that I got life skills as a young man from going out and doing and getting about and doing silly shit that have, helped build me to where I am today.
Yeah.
And they've helped me handle confrontation and different things in different ways.
Yes.
So, you learn to kind of handle things. A lot of kids now, when the moment they're faced with confrontation, when they've had no experience of outdoors or, life, and I think that's why now as well, so many young men have switched to knife crime. Because they don't know how to handle confrontation.
Yeah, you're right.
They just think that's the norm now.
Yeah.
Kids are just stabbing each other, do you know what I mean?
Especially in London.
It's mental. It's mental to me. And I can't get my head around it because when I was a kid, never in a million years would you hear about someone carrying a knife.
No, you wouldn't.
Do you know what I mean?
Fair.
You'd never hear about
get
it.
Bats and
the
normal stuff.
Yeah. But you'd never
Cricket
ever
bat around the head. Oh, yeah, you deserve
house
that.
brick off someone's head or something. But stabbing someone, do you know what I mean? That was never a thing. And now it's like every other sentence.
Yeah.
And I can't get my head around that. I can't.
Yeah, which is also quite worrying.
Yeah.
When you've got kids.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
You just got the two kids, the two boys.
Two boys.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. She's definitely always eager for a third, but I'm not.
She's jumping on you.
Yeah. That's just because I'm devilishly handsome. Yeah. But the third is...
She's only human.
Yeah, she's only human. Yeah. I get it a lot. They have asked if they can base a fragrance off me, but I've said no.
But what would you call your fragrance?
Something French, I don't know.
Like Jeremy Clarkson. Like
just some French shit. You know what I mean?
So those candles that this smells like my bollocks.
By the way, that's all I've been watching lately is Clarkson again. I'm on like an addicted Clarkson spree. Clarkson. I've rewatched Grand Tour. I've rewatched Clarkson's Farm. I'm now watching all the old series of Top Gear. I'm just on a run again.
It's classic Clarkson.
It's so good, man. I actually think, say to my missus, I said it 2 days ago, but I said I think I will cry when he dies.
Yeah, a bit like a David Attenborough sort of.
Because to me, like that man has been a staple in my life since I was 7, 8 years old. Do you know what I mean? He's all I've ever seen on TV. Do you know what I mean? Clarkson all the time. And I just think about like the funny memories that you have watching him. Do you know what I mean? I think when he dies, I will be genuinely really upset.
Yeah, I think I'll be the same.
Hopefully he just lives forever because I like Clarkson. It's class.
Outlive us all.
Yeah, but he's definitely getting on. Yeah, he's definitely getting on.
It's a bit like David Attenborough. He's 100 this year.
David's old, man. Yeah.
He's 99 now.
I want to say he's 99, yeah.
He's 100 this year, I'm pretty sure.
Which is crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I don't think I'll make it past 46, personally.
No, you see, I used to say that, and now it's, I'm begging for the years.
Really?
Yeah.
I hope I do.
Trying to claw it all back now. That's it's a big thing. Are you into anti-age? You're still in your bench press era,
yeah, I think the only thing I'm into in terms of like my recovery at the minute, where I've tried to focus longevity, is like sauna, steam, and just good sleep.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Sleep's number one.
Yeah, sleep for me is like essential, and it's so blatantly obvious how bad I operate on bad sleep.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? If I've had bad sleep, my entire cognitive system is off. The way I respond, act, react, my moods, even my discipline, my drive, my ability to train as hard, it's so off. Do you know what I mean? I think people underestimate it is by far the most important thing. Do you know what I mean? Sleep. So
I agree. I've been going down the dark, deep rabbit hole of like anti-aging drugs.
Yeah.
You've got the do not age. NMN is probably the number one thing you can take if anyone's interested. NMN is one of the best drugs you can take.
That's
NMN. But yeah, anti-aging's become a big staple in my life now. I'm really trying to claw back those years. 2 young kids as well.
I think it's weird because when I first started like getting really strong, I was like, this is a legacy thing. Like all I can think about is the legacy of becoming the best, best bencher to ever live. And then it doesn't matter if I die at 45, 50, because I'm like, oh, it's all right. I've left a legacy. Like my kids can be proud of that. But then I think to myself, like, my kids ain't gonna give a fuck about that. My kids are gonna give a fuck about if they could have me for another 20 years.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
I had the same mindset with the strongest man in the world. Being the world's strongest man is. I would have died.
Yeah,
I was quite happy to die in my sleep. Chasing that world's strongest man title. I said
you saw it in many interviews. You spoke about it. Yeah.
Said it time and time again. And then the second I won it, I was like, I had instant regret.
Really?
Yeah, instant regret because I just felt like I know the damage I'd done to my body.
Yeah.
And even I sit here now and I'm like, fuck, I've took a decade, if not more, off my lifespan. Doing what I do, and I'm like, and then I've got 2 young girls now, and I'm like, fuck, But it does hit you hard, and then you're still chasing that number one goal.
Yeah.
What's your?
It's rough.
It is rough.
It's rough.
What's your number one goal right now?
To be the best bench presser that's ever lived.
So to do so in that, you would have to break the world record.
The thing is, it's not just that. Also, mentally, my brain's more like the best presser that's ever lived as opposed to bench presser. So I'd probably have to go and get a log world record as well.
A log press world record.
I think that's the reality of it. I think I'd need to have a bench record and a log record.
And I think the two go in very well.
Yeah, they do. They do. I think the only carryover that I need to improve is my core strength for the log. But I think that like if there's a goal that it's those two, bench is obviously the pinnacle of it for me. But I know that to be labelled as the best presser, surely you'd need the log as well. You can't just be the best presser with just bench. You need to be able to do the overhead too.
I like that.
So
never heard that before from a powerlifter, so to say. That's really interesting.
I'd like to.
That's breaking the mold.
Yeah.
As I say, like, there's been quite a few guys now this last few years that have been the world record bench presser, but that's all it is.
Yeah.
So to transfer and do something a bit more different and have the
I just think
heaviest-
it'd be cool to do like a giant size guest
cool.
lift. Do you know
It
what I
will
mean?
be cool.
And come out and send it because I think that's what I'd want to do. I'd want to just try and get the biggest log ever done, and then I can be like, right, got the bench, got the log done.
Yeah.
Leave it there. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what I'd like to do. Similar to like you did, you know, with the world's strongest man. It's just that's it. Got what I needed.
Get in, get it done, get out.
Yeah.
What's your PR bench press right now?
330 kilo.
330 kilos, 730 pounds, just under.
Yeah.
What's the world record?
355.
Fuck.
So it's a bit away.
25 kilo.
And the thing is, at that level, you know how much that 25 kilo is. Do you know what I mean? People will be like, oh, it's not like going from 120 to 145. No, it's a whole different world. It's like every 2.5 kilo feels like a car. Do you know what I mean? It feels like those tiny plates feel like two more 20s. It's a different world. And, you know, like just holding the weight in your hands is horrifying. So
put some respect on the world record holder name, Julius Maddox. Current world record holder.
Yeah.
He's a colossus of a human being, isn't he?
He's in a similar aspect to how you took the deadlift record from, was it 465?
463.
And you jumped 37 kilo in a day. Yeah. Julius came out of nowhere and took the bench record from what I want to say it was 330 kilo and just went, have that. Do you know what I mean?
In one go?
I want to say it was over the course of 2 or 3 comps.
Okay.
But, you know, this guy was like,
impressive.
this guy came out as the pinnacle of the movement. And all of a sudden the record went from, there's a few people in the realm of it, to all of a sudden there's no one in the realm of it. It's just you now. Do you know what I mean? You've pushed that standard much higher to a level where now it's just you in the conversation. It's a matter of, are you going to break your own? Do you know what I mean? And I think I am definitely blessed genetically to be frame-wise built for bench press. I am built for bench. I've got a very dense upper, body. My back, my chest, my shoulders are very dense. I've got really thick front delts and things like that. And the way my body sits with my leverages when I bench press, it's almost like I am designed for it. So if there's anyone that can do it, it is me. It's just a matter of how far am I willing to push it to get there. Do you know what I mean? I think it's possible within 2 years, but I know that within them 2 years, being bland, I'm going to have to abuse a lot of performance-enhancing drugs to a point where I don't know how much damage that's going to do. Do you know what I mean? That's my only concern. That's my only concern. I mean, side note, I think now more than ever, gear's becoming so widely used. Do you know what I mean? In a lot of places. Have you heard of Andrei Smayev?
Andrei
Smayev, the big Russian guy.
Yes, I think so, yes.
Have you heard about the GH that this guy's apparently running?
No, go on.
Up to 120 IUs a day.
My God. So what's a human body naturally produce, like 5 or 7, something like that?
I think it's less than that. I want to say, I know like an average bodybuilder recovery for GH is like 3 IUs before bed.
Right,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
3 IUs before bed.
120.
This guy's doing 120 IUs a day. So bear in mind, most people, when they buy GH, buy 10 vials of GH. It comes in a pack. I'm sorry, guys, I'm like giving you some of the down low here, but this guy's using a pack plus 2 more vials a day.
That's crazy.
Now, people wouldn't use that.
Is he Russian?
Russian, yeah.
Yeah, so that's where it's made,
So
isn't it?
when I met him, because Smayev's often mentioned alongside me as like, strength for strength kind of thing, but when I met him, he didn't want to bench with me. I asked him, he said no.
Yeah.
I said, no, okay, whatever. He said, the way you bench, crazy, I don't want to, I think at the time he was in a recovery phase, whatever it is, what it is. But I remember shaking his hand, and obviously the main thing that grows on JH is hands and feet, and then ears and nose. And this guy's hands were like this. I'd never seen anything like it.
swallowed your hand.
And then when I looked down, we took some pictures, and I remember looking back at the pictures, and this guy's feet, and I'm not lying, were folded over the side of his shoes. He looked like, Frodo.
Yeah.
Imagine Frodo, but 6'3". His feet were like this, and you can just see where the JH has just took his body parts and just gone whoop and grown him. I mean, the guy that he trains with, the Russian bodybuilder, he's openly admitted to Larry he's taking 100 IUs of growth a day. Yeah, I take 100 IUs a day. It's like,
that's insane.
For reference, guys, Rich Piana was taking 5 IUs an hour he used to take.
I can't remember.
I think Rich Piana talked about taking 5 IUs an hour, which might be 60 IUs a day. And obviously, we know what happened with Rich, rest in peace. But imagine doubling that dose and just cracking on with it. Like Smyev, I think, is 26. He looks 45. It's crazy. Do you know what I mean?
And where's he at with the bench press?
The most he's done was 317.5 or 320, but I had his hands on the bar the whole time.
So you spotted him for that?
No.
Oh, somebody had his hands.
So on the videos, the spotter's got the hands on the bar the entire time.
Okay, so you don't know.
No, lost of contact.
Yeah.
And that's how it is with a lot of his top sets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of time his spotter's got the hands on the bar. And I think if I was to guesstimate, I'd say he's probably at around a 310 kilo bench. Don't get me wrong, he's really strong. But I just don't know how the longevity is in that for him with what he's doing. And that's my concern. Is like I'm seeing that, I see so many people at, different ends of the spectrum that are on crazy amounts of gear and then low amounts of gear. And my concern is how much is it going to take me to get to where I need to go? That's where I think. And that's what scares me.
That's crazy. I mean, I speak with my hormone doctor regularly, and we've talked about growth hormone in the past, and he's like, stay clear.
Yeah.
It's one of the most dangerous substances for like tumors or whatever.
It's
it
like
can go wild.
It grows organs too.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the dangers to GH are, they are endless, but some people will say that low amounts before bed are great for recovery. Do you know what I mean? And I've took GH before bed, and I have slept great. I think, do you know what I mean? But I've never ever took a dose that's like going to be
that's
horrifying.
That's just insane. It's like a month's worth in a day.
It's horrifying.
Yeah.
It's horrifying. And you like just meeting the guy, when I saw his hands and feet, I was like, holy, like you're on a speed run.
His body will be in constant recovery.
Yeah.
So, the swelling from that would be half of that would just be swelling from the constant build of muscle.
Yeah, it's horrible. It scares me. But that's the main thing, mate. It's like, I know what I want. I just don't know. I'm scared at what it's going to take to achieve it. That's my only concern. Like you said, I got kids, man. And so I did have that attitude of, I'm going to get it no matter what. That attitude's kind of shifting.
That's the hard shit, man.
Yeah.
As soon as it starts shifting is when that target starts to slip away.
Yeah, and I don't want it to. I know that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's all I think about. There's been months where I've just sat and dreamed about bench press every night. Like, as dumb as it sounds, it's all I think about. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know that is my third child. I call bench my third child. It is. I love it. But what about my first 2 kids? That's where my head goes. You know what I mean? What about them boys? Because my concern is I give you everything and don't get it, and then I'm like, right, so I've abused my body, took years and years off my life, potentially could, with blood pressure, so I could drop dead tomorrow, and I've done it for what? Didn't even get it. And now what do I do now? Do I push the boat out again and do it again and try and get there again? And that's the only fear concept now. And I know I wouldn't have this if I didn't have kids. I know it wouldn't even matter, do you know what I mean? But it's the idea that knowing I've got 2 boys at home that I want to watch grow up, do you know what I mean? And that's where my fear comes from. So
You're conflicting yourself here quite a bit. Because you're saying, I'll do anything for it, it's what I want, and then you keep talking about taking your foot off the gas. And
it's that part of my brain that knows how bad I want it, and then that part of my heart that knows the risk involved, and they conflict with each other daily. Do you know what I mean? I genuinely do.
So what's your frame of mind with this?
2 years in and out.
So you are going for it?
Oh, I am going for it, but I've got 2 years to do it. And if I don't get it in the next 2 years,
do you know
what I mean?
And that's very wise.
Because I know that the older I get, the more I'm pushing the boundaries. Yeah. And I'm 31 right now, so 33, happy.
So 33, I always said this, the human body peaks strength-wise at 33.
Yeah. And that's where I want to be.
That is the peak.
Yeah, that's where I want to be. Once I turn 33, if I haven't got it, but by the time it's coming up to my 34th birthday, I'm calling it there.
And then what? Drop down?
Drop, get in shape. Might even do. I mean, I wouldn't do a bodybuilding show because I feel like that's just as risky.
It's probably, I think it's worse.
Yeah, I don't even think I'd do that, but I think I'd try to get lean and in good shape.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? I think it's also a matter of functionality. I'd like to be
Hyrox.
functional. Maybe fighting.
Hyrox, yeah.
I'd like to fight.
Yeah.
I would like to fight. I fought as a kid. I'd kickbox.
I feel like the world bench press world record holder going into fighting is a spectacle
it
people
would be
would like
pretty
to
fun.
see. It'd be pretty fun. Yeah,
The thing is as well, is like it's, and I'm sure you can say the same, is you pack so much punch power because of all the tricep,
Mate,
and front delt
100%
work.
people.
Do you know what I mean?
This grinds on me when people say big people can't punch. Like,
Yeah.
they might not have the technique of the, but I know for a fact I've got the hardest recorded punch on the planet.
There you go.
That's a fact.
There you go.
The hardest recorded punch, and I'm one of the best one of the best.
You're one of the
best pressers to ever live.
For reference, I've said this to you before on camera, but if you just pressed,
I know
you would have been the best presser ever, hands down. This guy would have broke the world record on bench, not a problem.
Thank you.
So, but yeah, I think that's a misconception: is big guys can't punch.
Mate, for like, this is what I mean. Like, you got like a 70-kilo guy, right?
Yeah.
Let him punch you in the face.
Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah.
Okay. His body weight alone is probably going to bounce back off you.
Yeah.
You've got a 200-kilo man standing there
Yeah.
that can bench press 330 kilo going bang. That means you've got not only 200 kilo planted, you've got 170 kilo just in your face.
Yeah.
Then you've got the momentum. Then you've got the hips.
Yeah.
You're probably talking like,
you generate so much power
in a split second. You're probably talking like 1,000 pounds landing on your face. Like that's it's dangerous, man.
I kickboxed as a kid. I kickboxed from when I
got
was
some experience.
I kickboxed for years. I loved it.
So could you head kick?
I could, mate. I swear I won like multiple little tournaments and that. All sorts of shit.
Awesome.
But yeah, I was pretty experienced at the kicking. I was really good at striking. I was really good with my hands. And then I had my first son. Yeah. And I think everything just kind of slipped off from there because I was just, right, well, now I need to work full time and really focus and all this. And I just kind of, my priorities changed. But I should have realistically maintained that discipline in my life. I just didn't. Yeah. I ended up getting too comfortable with the missus, do you know what I mean? And let's comfort eat and enjoy life. And yeah, man. And then I had my first son. I was only 18 when I had my first son. And I was like, wow, this young. Let's kick up the arse.
Yeah, wow.
I mean? It was like, holy, like, I need
still
to,
with the same
woman, same mum, yeah.
Lovely.
Mother of both my sons. Been with her for 14 years.
Lovely.
Yeah, since November the 25th is always our anniversary. So 14 years and a month and a bit now.
That's nice,
but I think that's one thing as well that I will touch on camera is I think people underestimate and don't understand the value of a good woman. Having a woman behind you when you, as a man, when you're trying to chase goals or dreams, and someone that's willing to be with you through the ugly, do you know what I mean? The bad parts of life. Like, I know that my missus, has been with me since I was 17. She was 16. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And
so before the money, before any fame.
Mate, when I was 15 grand in debt, do you know what I mean? When I was low of the low and I couldn't give her anything, offer her nothing, couldn't take her for a drink, couldn't take her for food, couldn't give her a thing in the world, do you know what I mean? She was, didn't matter. I'm with you. Like, with me for everything. And now I'm at a point where, like, I can give her a lot, do you know what I mean? And I can look after her. And, like, that's why, like, now, like, for me, my no matter what in my life, I'll always look after her, do you know what I mean? Like, I'll always give her anything that she needs. And I'll know what she gave to me in life, do you know what I mean? And what she's got me through. But yeah, my been with her for 14 years, met when I was 16, 17, and I had my first son at 18, and that was the drive, though. That was the point where I was like, all right, now I've got to, like, book up and shut up. I need to get a job. I ended up working at Next. I was working on the women's department at Next.
Oh, wow, what?
I was
trying to sell the clothes?
As in heels.
Oh, wow.
As in, my first job was bringing out heels for women to try on. And I hated every second of it, man. Oh, God, I hated it. You're just there in my little trousers and a shirt coming out. I've got a size 3 in this cream heel.
It's a knees must, man. We've all done jobs like that. I've done jobs like that.
I hated it. But, it's funny because I'll tell you, one thing I've always had, no matter what, is a drive to do something outside of what it is that I'm doing in terms of work. So, like, I've always had a side hustle. I've always had something on the side. Was that refreshing? That was lovely. It looked refreshing. It was all down your beard and everything. I've always had a drive. I've always had a drive to have something on the side that I can put some hours into. Yes. Do you know what I mean? Because I do believe in the concept that if you sit at a job and hate it and don't do anything in the 16 hours that you're not there, then get the fuck over it. You're choosing your life. Do you know what I mean? Because at 18, I was a night manager for Asda. like I always had ambition to just drive whatever it is I'm doing, get good at it and do it quick. So then I went from night manager at Asda at 18 to a store manager for JD at 19. Then I was Argos manager, Morrison's manager, night manager. Then I was running my last job I did was running home shopping for Asda. But a lot of people don't know, for example, during COVID 2020, I started streaming on Twitch, you know, and I was working nights at the time. I was working 8 p.m. till 8 a.m.
Yeah.
I'd come home, I'd stream 3.5 hours on Twitch. Then I'd go to the gym for 2.5 hours. I'd sleep 3 hours, get up and do it again. And that was my life for a good year and a half.
Yeah.
But in that year and a half, I was making an extra, like, text my mum watching, a bit a month. You know what I mean? I was making a good bit of just change every month. Do you know what I mean? From that side hustle.
Yeah.
And I was like, for me, there was always had to be something that, and I always believed that one, my network was my net worth. The more people I could speak to, get to know, get around, develop my areas of expertise in different things, the more I can learn, the better off I am in the future, just in everything. When you need someone, all of a sudden you've got a contact for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You look at your phone, you go, who do I know for that? I've got someone. And so I always thought, well, what more can I do? So I did a UK podcast. It was like top 100 on Spotify in gaming. For 2 years, it was all based around like esports and professional gaming because I liked gaming at the time. So I thought, well, you know what, let's find something I'm passionate about and do that. So I had like, you know, massive names on from the gaming space, and I did that for a while. And then I ended up streaming with people like, you know, you won't know them, but XQC, Trainwrecks, Greek God. Like I played with, you know, Kurinikov, FaZe Banks, all these huge names from the industry online. I was playing games with and streaming with in the UK. And at the time, no matter what, I still found 2.5 hours a day to always go to the gym. Because I enjoyed benching. Do you know what I mean? I was benching 4 times a week. It was awful. And that's all I wanted to do. I just walk in and I'd be like, right, how many sets of 180 can I do today? Do you know what I mean? Like I was so stupid, but I loved doing it. And the point is, sooner or later, your side hustle becomes the thing that outgrows your main work line because you put the time into it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you find something you're passionate about, truly passionate about, the reality is you will watch it, you know, flourish into something bigger than what you're doing right now, just through the time that you're putting in. Yeah. But that was the scariest thing about this for me. You know, when it came to strongman, what was the point where you fully stopped that 9 to 5 life and as in fully committed to this?
A bit like yourself. It was I was working 10 hours a day as a mechanic, Monday to Saturday. Yeah. So I was doing 60 hours a week. And then I was doing probably 4.5 hours every night training. Yeah. And then I'd go and work the doors Wednesdays, Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights. So I was moonlighting as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And I did that from age 16 till 26.
Good God.
Like 100 hours a week.
Yeah.
For 10 years. Yeah. And it got to the point, and this is no word of a lie, I would get home every single day and I would sit on the couch and I'd put my head in my hands and my wife would go, "You had a nice day?" And I'd go, every day, I go, "I fucking hate my life." Yeah. Every single day. Yeah. I fucking hated my life. Yeah. But I continued on because I knew that side hustle, those 4.5 hours a day, the moonlighting and doing the bouncer work would all pay off. And you just persevere. And it was 26 and I was at breaking point. Yeah. Because my sleep was I wasn't sleeping enough because of all the hours. Yeah. Doing all the training, 4.5 hours a day. Yeah. I wasn't recovering. And I could tell it was hindering my successes.
You get to that bite the bullet point.
Yeah, and it was just one weekend. I came back from a strongman show. It was the weekend I dropped the deadlift world record. I dropped it. Yeah, and it was disallowed the lift. And I got back that weekend, and I said, I quit. And she's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "I quit. I'm done. Like putting 20, like all my spare time into strongman and not earning anything. Yeah, I'm fucking done. Yeah. I'm just going to concentrate on the door business and whatever, earn money." And she completely flipped it around. She's like, "Why don't you do it the other way around? Yeah. Why don't you fuck your day job off? Yeah. And put all your hours into the strongman. Yeah. And make your living that way." Yeah. It was like, it was like, how much is in the bank? Like $8,000.
I remember the conversation, mate.
It was like $8,000. It was like, right, we can live off that for 4 months at stretch. You know, if we really push it. Yeah. It's like, fuck it, I'll go for it. I'll find some sponsors. And literally with it, I quit my job. And within a month, I had probably $100,000 a year of sponsors.
That's brilliant.
Instantly.
It's crazy as well that you did it, because you did it in a way where, like, you didn't even have the sponsors yet. You just said, "I'm biting the bullet now."
Do you know what the big difference was? And I always say this to athletes. If you're a part-time athlete, you will always be treated
as a part-time athlete.
Yeah. The second you put all your eggs into one basket, right, I'm a full-time athlete, that's when the sponsors come. And that's exactly what happened to me. Yeah. No one would touch me because I was a full-time mechanic, I was a doorman. And I go, "Right, what's your profession?" "I'm a full-time strongman." "Right, how much do you want?"
Yeah.
And it was literally, overnight. The money just flew in. It was
It's
like,
funny
what the
because
fuck?
when it was May 2023, I hadn't really started making money off social media. I was making, I think Applied Nutrition approached me March 2023 and offered me like $1,500 a month. And I was like, okay. And I took that because, it was new money to me. Wow, I can make money off social media from doing my lifting. And at the time I was blowing up on TikTok and whatever. I'd gained like 1 million followers in like 5 months. So it was going really well. And I remember taking that, and then I remember getting offered a collaboration. It was with Larry Wills. And at the time I was like, yo, Larry's one of the G's, man. Like if I could collaborate, that'd be cool. And it was in May, and Larry's manager Adam reached out to me and was like, we want you to come out to LA. Can you do a video? I was thinking, oh my God, like this is nuts. And they'd seen all like the clapping shit and thought that'd be cool. So I remember going into work and being like, I need this time off in May. Like I need to go to LA. And they were like, no. And I was like, fuck you. I just hadn't even noticing. And I remember at the time I was telling my missus, she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, we're on $1,500 a month. And she was like, what? And I was like, after bills, that leaves us about 350 quid. Do you know what I mean? Like it leaves next to nothing. And I was like, we'll be all right. I was like, we'll make it free. I was like, I'll make it work. I was like, I know. Because I was like, it's fascinating what happens when you put yourself in a scenario where it has to work.
Yes.
You've got no choice but to make it work. It's fascinating how it all happens. Because when you back yourself into a corner where you have no choice but to succeed, 9 times out of 10 you succeed. Do you know what I mean? In most cases.
And if you'd have stayed in that job, you'd have probably stayed in that job and just tripped along on your social media. You never would have.
Well, that's exploded. The point. I went to LA 2 weeks later, did that video. That video, I want to say like the clip accumulatively across different pages has done over 1 billion views. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like that, bang, that put me out there. Yeah. And then from there, when I got back, I remember Silverback ringing me. We want to sponsor you. I was like, the money's going up. And then this and then that. And then before you know it, it's like, right, now, but just taking that step, that was the scariest part for me. I was like, holy, I've got 2 kids at home and I'm about to hand my notice in for a scenario where I could turn up and injure myself. Imagine I got to LA and ripped my pec. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And now what? But I didn't, luckily. All things went well. So
it's nuts.
Do you know, question for you, there's got to be a version of yourself from years and years ago, whether that's 20 years ago, 15 years ago, that you feel like you owe it to succeed.
Oh, 100%.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that I'll get emotional about it if I feel like I'm sucking in life or like not, like I struggle with like not filling my day. Do you know, if I feel like I'm not doing something or if I'm sat in the setting, I haven't done nothing all day, that lack of purpose in that day will affect my mood so much because I'm like, fuck, why am I sat on my ass? Do you know what I mean? Like, why am I like this? Because there's a version of me that knows this can slip away. So why have I not worked hard today? Do you know what I mean? But I always think to myself that when I look for like a reason to be better or to drive myself or to go and do something I didn't want to do, I just think of like me from 5 years ago. Because I think like me sat in my room crying, 3 a.m, 15 grand in debt. Mrs. knows none of this is happening. Do you know what I mean? She doesn't know I'm in debt. She doesn't know how bad my life is. I've been gambling. Do you know what I mean? I'm at like the absolute lowest of lows. I don't want to be here. Do you know what I mean? But I know I've got no choice. I've got my 2 boys. I've got to, I'm the breadwinner. Like I've got no choice. But God, I hated my life. And if I could go back now and tap him on the shoulder and say, "You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right." Do you know what I mean? Like, and so now I know I owe it to him. Yes. I owe it to that version of me that never thought I'd get through that. Do you know what I mean? To this.
So I guess that version of myself would be like 2015.
Yeah.
When I was doing the 80 plus hours a week work with the door work and everything, 20 plus hours a week in the gym.
Yeah.
And there was I remember there was a big turnaround at work, and they were trying to like put shifts in and nights and everything else. And the overtime was a big thing. Yeah. Like if you weren't doing overtime, you were seen as the outcast. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And you were almost picked on. Yeah. Like, oh, he doesn't want to do his overtime. I know exactly what you mean. So let's give him the shitter jobs. Let's give him the jobs that, he's doing 9 hours. And we know this takes 10. Let's give him the 10-hour jobs. It was just little things, maybe not purposely, but I overheard conversations with the uppers, and that's how they treat people that didn't do the overtime. I remember the one of the top saying, "We actually get more out of the people that don't do overtime, so we're all for it." Yeah. And I remember during that time doing all those hours, and I had bags under my eyes. I was fucking massive. I was wasn't sleeping good, like not recovering. Yeah. And there was one night, something went off at work, and the boss said to I was just desperate, like looking at that watch, like 5:30, I'm gone. I'm going to the gym.
Yeah.
And the boss was like, no, we need you tonight. Like, what, can you not be one of the lads for once and put some overtime in? And I just went, no.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to the gym. I've got a dream. I want to be the world's strongest man.
Yeah.
And that was so, it sounds like such an easy thing to do, but it's actually so hard.
Yeah, it is.
Because overtime's like good money. You're paying time and a half.
It's not just that as well. It's the fear of being disliked by everyone else that's willing to
and
give
I
it that
was
time.
disliked for putting my job. My job was a necessity. Like, it wasn't my priority at all. And that I owe it to that guy.
Yeah.
Do you mean that guy that was miserable every day, that made himself the outcast, that put himself in those horrible situations, that was knackered, that was tired, that fell out with his boss, that guy I owe this to. And
I think because of that mindset, it's so easy as well to just flip a switch. Because that's how I like, if I'm having a day where I'm like, right, I'm useless right now, what am I doing myself? I instantly just go, right, me 6 years ago, and I'm like, and suddenly I'm on my feet, because I'm like, there's no way he would let me sit down now. Do you know what I mean? He just wouldn't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He wouldn't, because he'd be like, oh my God, we've got this. What are we doing? Do you know what I mean? Like, why are we not trying to make it 10 times bigger than what it is now? So, I just think, I don't know. I don't think, we were talking about this the other day, trauma in life. It's almost like, I know it's not a great thing, but sometimes trauma, because I like, stuff happened in my life, absolutely. But I feel like if it didn't, I wouldn't be half the person.
I'm very thankful for the traumas.
Yeah.
Genuinely am.
Yeah. And I am.
The depressive days, the hard days, the negative days, the days where you say to yourself, I want to fucking end my life. I'm thankful for those days, because it makes you fight.
Yeah, it does.
10 times harder.
Yeah. And I think now, like we said at the start, I don't think there's any trauma left in the world. I'm dead serious. We said, me, Mog, Joe, and Luke, we all train together. We always say to Luke, get angry, and he can't. Luke's 22. He has no anger in his soul at all. We'll be like, get mad on the bench, lock in, do you know what I mean? And he's there sliding. The point is, there's no trauma in his life at all. There's nothing. And because of that, he just doesn't get, like, there's nothing about him that locks in or gets a bit annoyed and gives something, do you know what I mean? He's just like, so fuck off, Luke. He's been benching 145 kilo, retaining for 4 years. It hasn't gone up. It's because he's just too happy. I've told you something, and we say this.
It's true. You've got to have that. You've got to have that need, that desperation to break that mold. You've got to have it.
Yeah. And I think now, like we said, society's just at a point where everyone's so happy to just exist within the confines of whatever it is that they've got, because that's life now. Like everything's so easy, and the easily attained things aren't really worth having, but people will have them anyway. Do you know what I mean? So
no, I completely agree. You know what the hardest thing is for people like us who break that mold is there's no certainty on that reward.
No,
that's the tough thing. Is like, we all in the back of our minds like, it'll be fine, it'll be okay, something will come good. Luckily, it has. But there's no certainty on that reward, and that's a tough thing to go through all that, because there's people in our position, my position more than anybody, that have fought the whole life trying to get the World's Strongest Man title, not quite got it, and then they go back and work a full-time job. And it's like that's got to be so that's got to be
so
soul destroying. Soul destroying. And I've seen it. I've seen people win the World's Strongest Man.
One of the most common questions I get is, bro, why don't you do strongman? All the time. And I'm like, well, one, I don't have the pulling power to do it. That's number one. But two, as a whole, strongman is really not all that financially great.
It's not.
So you can, I want to say I saw the figures before, maybe Mitch spoke about it, but if you win all the big competitions in the year, maybe a couple £100,000, maybe just a bit more.
If you won every show, you're probably talking 300 grand max.
Do you know what I mean? And with the way social media is now, that's completely doable online without putting your body through any of that stress.
You'd find that the characters of the sport will make more than that.
Yes.
Just from being themselves,
exactly,
and doing funny videos and whatever else. So there are people out there that will earn 300 grand a year competing, but there's people out there that earn 600 grand. Just having a laugh,
and
doing okay.
So
it's just having that mindset and the capabilities.
Speaking of strongman, obviously Par as well. How was his funeral?
Really nice.
I watched majority of the proceedings.
As horrible as to say that, it was very moving. They had the wake at his house. Thousands, and I mean thousands of people came to his house to pass through, say the goodbyes. They closed the town down. A one-way system. People going through his house. It's fucking for 2 days solid. Crazy. And then his funeral, there's thousands of people there, and his burial was very, geez, it was like,
It was nice to see you all carrying.
yeah, but all
really
the
nice.
strongmen took the turn.
It was
you know,
really
we'll,
nice.
we'll carry him to. You know, I was one of the ones that lowered him down along with
I saw,
Tom,
Yeah,
Luke,
Tom, Luke, yeah.
his brother.
Terry, I want to say Terry carried as well.
Terry was the Terry.
There was a few of you there.
Yeah, yeah. It's just it's beautiful. It's like honestly the burial when we're alone. It's like something out of a movie.
Yeah.
Like the crosses in the background. It raining. It was like a bit snowing. It was like
I couldn't.
it was nuts.
I could not believe it.
I couldn't.
I genuinely couldn't believe it because me and Pa spoke quite a lot, especially like on Instagram, jamming in DMs, like we'd voice note all sorts of random, as you can imagine, his voice notes are, but all sorts of stupid shit to each other. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes I'd ask Pa to like check me on something. So like sometimes I'd put content out, and I know Pa had this moral compass that kind of just sat right.
Yes.
So I'd message him like, "Yeah, what do you think of this? Am I fucking retarded?" And he put back, "Yeah, yeah, you are."
Yeah.
And I go, "Sound," and wouldn't delete that video.
He was a good egg.
Yeah, he was, and it's like he's such a fucking good person, but more to the point, it was it's the shock factor, isn't it? It's that suddenness.
Yes.
Like the guy posted a video 24 hours before.
Mate, I was messaging him literally 6 o'clock the night before.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, have a great year, have a blessed year, you know. Love it. Like we often just swung each other nice positive messages, just bring each other up. And quite often there'd be something online where I'd get, I don't know, like
Some
shit
bullshit.
outside my house or, you know, whatever. And he'd be the first one. You're right, mate.
Yeah.
Just simple shit. Just a good fucking guy.
Yeah.
You know? Not even particularly close with him.
Yeah.
Just a good fucking dude.
Yeah.
And in the strongman world, honestly, there's less than 50 guys in our circle that are close.
Yeah.
So when you lose one, it's like losing a part of your fucking family.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
Really hard.
Yeah.
And very shocking. And I mean, he was retiring from strongman in essence, moving into bodybuilding and perhaps pushing it a bit too hard with, you know, the dehydration and you know, calorie deficits and that.
Yeah.
And I've been there myself.
Yeah.
It's fucking easily done to get the wrong side of the fence with electrolytes and whatever. It can happen. Blink of an eye.
Yeah.
And just unfortunately for him, he was, from what I gather, just too far away from help.
It's horrible.
You know?
It's horrible to think of. But he's a better place. Best way to put it, innit? Wherever he's in a better place.
I don't know, man.
It is horrible. It's crap, mate. Especially just because, as of recent as well, I want to say what annoys me the most is his content started to perform exceptionally well.
He just found his pace with
found it. He did.
He just found
he was hitting
He was
that
about
point.
to explode.
He was, mate.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw, but like, you know, I want to say he's 4 or 5 reels that he'd posted recently. Were, you know, hundreds of thousands of likes, millions of likes. You know, Pa was hitting that algorithm point where it was, you're about to blow. And he was about to, you know, enjoy the fruits of that labour.
Yeah.
So
he just, I'm trying to get hold of the stock of all his merchandise so I can sell it for the family.
Yeah.
Just so he ordered 20 grand's worth of like t-shirts and hats and whatever. And they're all like, what do you do with this?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll sell it for you.
Yeah.
Like, because he deserves.
He does.
He deserves it, man.
He does.
Like,
how much does did the Just Giving come to? I want to say it was over 170 grand last I looked.
let me have a look. 195,000
195,000
as of now.
Brilliant.
On his,
That's great.
On his that's the Just Giving, and I know there's a lot more to come. You know, like Giants Live are putting funds together.
Yeah.
I think it'll end up about the $250,000 mark.
Brilliant.
Which is
That's great for his family.
It's amazing for his family. Absolutely amazing. You know, you'd like to think a pot will go for his kids, and then a good pot will go for his missus to find her feet and look after her son, and do you know what I mean? Continue the legacy, really. And I'm trying my best to get hold of I think it's not been delivered yet, and I think that's half the problem. Is he's ordered the stuff and no one knows where he's ordered it from. So I'm like, right, where's he got it from?
Try and find it.
I'll get it, put it on my website.
Yeah.
And I'll sell it and continue his legacy a little bit. Yeah. You know? Because it's just a damn shame, man.
It is, mate.
You know what I loved about it is he called out the cunts.
He did?
Literally. That was his motto. But he did genuinely call out the cunts.
He did. He didn't care either.
He didn't give a fuck.
But that's the best way to. That's why he was so likeable.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Because he didn't care. And that's what made him so likeable. So, But rest in peace, pal.
Rest in peace. Indeed. Right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Because I don't like, I always get teary-eyed. I knew I did then.
Yeah.
Not good. Anyway, like, I want to know how you actually got into
Social media or
lifting
lifting?
weights.
Okay.
So,
When I was 22,
yes.
I was 24 and a half stone. It was just fat.
Just
fat.
from eating?
I'm talking just...
No real
Well,
exercise?
What it was, I'd had my 2 sons, you know.
Uh-huh.
My first was 18, my second one I was 20.
Yes.
I'd come for eat all the time. You know, takeaways, Just Eat, you name it, man, Uber Eats. That was my biggest downfall, mate. When they made Just Eat and Uber Eats as easily accessible and usable as they are,
element.
I was like, oh my God, tonight I'm having curry, tomorrow I'm having Jamaican, the next day I'm having this. And it was always that. It even got to a point where I'd order twice a day. I'd be like, right, fancy full English, get my full English in, then I'll order later. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, good God. But I was like 24 stone. All fat, not trained a single bit of muscle mass. I mean, I was big. I was always a big lad, but I was clearly, chubby and overweight. And then my younger brother, genetically, we always had something in my family in terms of strength. I don't know where it comes from. I don't. It's definitely not my dad. No offense to bloke. He's tiny. Do you know what I mean? He's not a big bloke. I definitely think it's from my mum's side somewhere. Maybe even from my uncle. That's on my mum's side. He was always quite an athletic guy. He was. Stacked. Do you know what I mean? My uncle used to be in good shape. He had like one of the best 5 mile times in the army. Like it was stupid.
Wow.
Genetically, he was incredible.
Yeah.
My younger brother at 17 could bench 180 kilo on incline.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Mate, that's on par with me.
Do you know?
Like at 17.
So at 17, he was benching 180 on incline, and he was in incredible shape.
Wow.
Like my brother had mad like V type of muscle mass. He was just the way he looked. And I was that geezer that was like, oh, if you consider him, you should knobhead. Like I don't know why I thought that. I think it was just immature thought processes, I guess. But as I matured and blah blah blah, my younger brother was like, right, go to the gym. So I did it. 22, I started going to the gym. I was doing incline walks. I wasn't doing any weight training at all. I'd just wake up at 5 o'clock every morning. I'd wake the missus up. I'd make her wrap my torso in cling film. So I'd go to the kitchen, get cling film. I'd hold it and I'd spin while she lay in bed like that.
Yeah.
And I'd just spin and I'd wrap my upper torso completely in cling film just to generate more sweat.
Right.
Then I'd put 2 t-shirts, a hoodie on, a jacket over the hoodie, 2 pairs of joggers. I'd go over the road to the gym because it was literally over the road from my house, which was perfect. And I'd walk for an hour. And I did that for 3 months. And I lost like 4 stone. Like it was dropping off quick. Do you know what I mean? But the one day my brother was like, come to the gym and do weights with me. And I was like, oh, fuck that. But I did. The one day I just went back for a second session and I did weights. And I benched like 110 kilo on my first day. And my brother was like, it's pretty strong, And I was like, you reckon? He's like, yeah. And then I did a couple more. And then before I knew it, I was like, this is quite fun. This is actually quite fun. And then I came to realise that I now believe nothing is as rewarding as the chase of strength. That chase, that desire to be stronger, when you slowly but surely chip it a bit higher, that dopamine hit, that rush of strength, that walking around knowing what you are and how strong you are is unmatched.
Yes.
It's unmatched. Knowing that you are capable of what you are is unmatched. And that desire to be stronger, it's overwhelming. Do you know what I mean? I truly think it is. And I realised that it happened quickly for me. I was like, oh my God, I want to be strong. Do you know what I mean? And then that's when the benching 3-4 times a week came in, where I was like, I'm obsessed with it. I can't stop. You know what I mean? I was sick. All I could think about was bench. I have genuinely hundreds of times dreamt about bench press, just benching. It's so bizarre. I'm just there benching in my sleep. And I love it. I love the idea of it. But that desire to be stronger, that was like, it's like a drug. It's genuinely like a drug for me.
Isn't it nuts? Like I always say this to people, like, going to the gym is so much more than just going to the gym. Like those attributes of the hard work, consistency, what you put in is what you get out. Those little goal settings that you do, you know, like bench 100 kilo, bench 150, bench whatever it be. And when you achieve that, you get that huge feeling of self-worth and
it's that delayed gratification. It's getting it because you know you've earned it.
Yes. But those attributes then teach you how to get the most out of your life.
Yeah.
So you use that same principle and put it into your education, into your career, even your relationships. Because everything, you want something out of anything in life, you've got to put the work in. And that's why I think going to the gym, for me, transfers over to everything in life. So when people say to me, what do I do to, my son's 14, he's thinking about doing this, doing that, a plumber, a builder, a lawyer. And I'm like, whatever he does, go to the fucking gym. And whether that's running, swimming, rugby, lifting weights, whatever, go to the fucking gym because it teaches you those attributes that transfer to everything.
I agree.
So powerful.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I completely agree. I think anything that you can have a sense of discipline where there's a gratification at the end of it, there's something that comes from the input. Like you just said, even fighting. Do you know what I mean? The amount of people that go into boxing and fighting and that, and even that, like that is just as applicable.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Same output. You put in a load of time, and then at the end of it, you get better and you start to notice.
You hear all the time that boxing saved my life. Yeah, like the gym saved my life. And it's fucking true.
Yeah.
It's absolutely true. I don't know where I'd be without the gym.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It's mad and it's think
nuts. If I had never, I was expelled from school when I started getting the gym. I just think to myself, what if I never got expelled from school?
What did you want to be as a kid?
I was actually an Olympic swimmer.
That's like fully that was it. That's what you wanted to be.
There
wasn't like any crazy aspiration, like I want to be an astronaut or something.
No, I was the best swimmer in the country at 10, 11, 12, and 13.
Which, by the way you still swim now is horrifying.
Yeah.
It's actually terrifying to see someone your size move through water like that.
I was the best in the country, mate.
How do
British
you
records.
do that, by the way?
Well, how?
Swim. Yeah.
You just never forget how to swim.
Do you know me? Like, I'll get in the water and I can give a bit of that. You know what I mean? Wee. So I move like this.
Yeah.
That slow. You know what I mean? Across the pool. By the time I've got to the other end, I'm fucked. I'm like, that's one length or half a length, and I'm done.
I guess you just never forget how to swim. It's just one of those things, like riding a bike.
Yeah, you're very good at it.
Lose. I can still do, and swimmers will wank after this. I can still do 50 meters in 26 seconds.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds fast.
It's fucking fast.
Yeah, it sounds fast.
Fucking fast. And I do it, and I'm like, how the fuck am I still
50
capable?
Meters. I mean, I'm not 50 meters. Yeah, that's a fucking lot.
2 lengths of a normal swim.
That's like 150 feet.
Yeah, I could work it out,
Yeah, that's fucking mental when you think of it.
It's fast.
Oh,
anyway.
That's nuts. 26 seconds. I can probably do a quarter of a length in that.
That's what I mean. And people, I never forget, the world's strongest man went to the Philippines, and we went to this island, and this our guide was the Philippine national champion swimmer or some bollocks. And I just kept my mouth shut. I just was like, I'll let this guy enjoy his moment here. Anyway, just for a laugh, we went to this volcano, and this was on set. I was like, I was about to have a little swimming race to that little island there. The first one there and back, I absolutely fucking whooped it.
Really?
And everyone, like, like all tourists, every single person was like, oh my God. It was because I was just so big. I was still like 180 kilo then.
Because you look at I don't even know how to describe it. How you look in the water, but it's horrifying. Do you know what I mean? It's like impressively horrifying. I'm like, oh my God. All I can think, is imagine that coming at you in the water. Are we screaming? Are we running away?
Yeah, it's good fun. Hey guys, a quick one from me, a word from our sponsor. I found DoNotAge.org after looking for a brand that could provide all of my needs for anti-aging and performance, and honestly, I am feeling the difference. I've got more energy through the day, got quicker recovery after training, and I'm even managed to get back into sessions sooner without feeling run down. What's impressed me is the support I get from the team at DoNotAge.org. They really know their stuff, and they're always there to answer questions. They're a health research organization focused on science that helps you perform and feel better from the inside out. So visit DoNotAge.org and fuel your performance from the cells up. And don't forget to use code BEAST for an extra 10% off your order. That is DoNotAge.org. Thanks for listening. Back to the podcast. So 22, you joined the gym, but from pressure from your brother, really?
Yeah.
For being a fat bastard.
Yeah, basically.
A gay lord.
Yeah, gay lord. Yeah, fat gay lord. That's what I was.
I'm still a gay lord. And then when did the structure come in? Because obviously going to the gym and bench pressing 4 times a week is not the correct way to do it.
It definitely took a couple of years before I was like, I was that classic. And I do feel like everyone goes through this stage, but I was that classic. I've maxed out the gym. By doing all of the completely abusable movements.
Yes,
Do you know what I mean? So I was like, oh, look at me, I can max the cable push down. Yeah, so can fucking your average male.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I thought I was the bollocks. Look at me, I can max the cable row. Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I remember I used to get the cable row and then put 2 plates in it with a pin and be like,
oh, man, I was the same.
But I'd be like, giving it the old swingeroo and that. And there was so much ego involved in my early years of lifting. And that's why, I try not to, a lot of people talk about, ego lifting and this and that, and it's like, everyone went through that stage. That's why I don't frown on it too heavily, because everyone in the gym went through a stage of thinking they were the bollocks.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? They just did.
Yeah.
I know I did. I thought I was the bollocks in that gym. In that leisure centre gym over the road from mine, I thought I was the man. It's not hard to be the man in a gym full of 47 OAPs. Do you know what I mean? And fucking no
But it
one
felt
else.
good at the time.
But at the time, I was the bollocks.
Yeah, I agree.
And it took me a while to realise. I think the more that I saw lifting on social media and lifting across YouTube, that I realised, I'm not actually that strong. I'm actually not strong at all. I'm barely the strongest bloke on my street. Do you know what I mean? So it was like a wake-up call. I want to say I was about 24 when I really started to be like, I'm gonna push this a bit and see how much I can bench. And the worst thing is, I benched like, because I trained in a leisure centre, I never had a training partner that was like, my brother stopped training. By the way, I'll say this today, my brother is the biggest wasted potential on the planet.
Bigger than you, smaller than you?
Shorter than me, but good Lord. Do you know what I mean? He had that shape, and he was so strong. And I know if he pushed it with me and we trained together, he'd be up here. I know he would.
It's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, so that it drives you mad.
What's your brother's name?
Jordan
Baker.
Yeah.
How old's he?
He's 2 years younger than me, so 29.
He's not at the gym at all now?
No, he's more into running now. He's Gaylord.
Fucking Gaylord.
Yeah.
Fuck. Gaylord. Yeah, that was gay.
Just started running in that, and then obviously I just disowned him from there. So. I don't know him.
It's not your brother anymore.
I literally don't speak to him. But yeah, he does a lot of running and that now, I believe. And maybe a little bit of kickboxing again. I want to say start kickboxing again.
That's a shame.
It is.
It's a shame.
It is. I wish you'd have chased strength, but life leads you down damn different paths.
I often
couldn't talk English then.
Yeah, I've got a middle brother.
Yeah.
An older middle brother, James, and he's a big unit, like 6 foot, with proper stats. And I often think if he'd have stuck, if we'd have lived together, you know what I mean? Like teenager, late teens, we'd have trained and we'd have pushed each other very hard. And I do often think about that because I look at the Stoltman brothers. And I'm like, they push each other very hard. And it makes a big difference. And I do wish my middle brother stayed around so we could have done the strength circuit together. But
that would have been really cool.
Now he does Hyrox, so he's also a
Gaylord.
Fucking Gaylord.
Yeah.
Sorry, James.
Do you think do you rate Hyrox? I mean, look, I can't do it.
I actually think it's pretty cool, and it's much better than CrossFit.
Yeah,
because CrossFit's just damn dangerous.
Well, I hear that Hyrox is like the gay version of CrossFit. It's like the soft version. Like it's not as hard.
No, I think it's better because CrossFit is just like destroy your body to the absolute max, whereas Hyrox is a bit more formatted and it's all set all the way through. So there's no like guesswork. So it's like, I don't know, 20 burpees, 800-meter run, 20 wall balls, 800-meter run. And it's basically the same shit.
The structure to it.
Yeah, my mum's just done it and she won.
Your mum's just on Hyrox?
Yeah, she won the
How old's your mum?
60 to 65 category, and she won, I think it's like European title. She won it. So she's going to the Worlds next year of her age group.
What the
to
fuck?
compete for the title, the Hyrox #1.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Yeah, and she's like 64. So next year she'll be in the 65 to 70, and she says she'll piss that. She'll absolutely whoop that when she moves up. So
fair play. Yeah. I got out of breath doing basic tasks. So
no, you see, when I was at my biggest, like 200 kilo biggest, uncomfortable,
mate. It's horrible.
Just like
when I've
put
a good round in, I lie on the bed and I go, for about 10 minutes, I'm just trying to not die. Do you know what I mean? Don't die. Literally.
After 10 seconds of
12 at most.
Absolute
12
fucking
seconds
chaos.
Yeah. I'd literally die. So, going up the stairs is a task. I hate being this big. I can't wait to lose weight.
Yeah. But, no. Mate, when you do like flip that switch and you just all of a sudden lose that weight and everything, life
quality of life
so much better again.
Yeah.
You forget how good life was.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can sleep. You can go for a walk. Yeah. You can do normal. You can put your own fucking socks on.
I'll tell you the one thing now, like at 180 kilo that I couldn't do at 196 was sleep.
Yes.
Like now, my sleep's pretty good now. I will get like a solid 9-10 hours, not a problem, without any kind of wake ups, unless being a CPAP user, your mask has moved. And then I wake up like, what the fuck's going on? I bring it back down, but otherwise, my sleep is, to be fair, pretty spot on. But it makes me think, how much better could it be?
Yes.
140 kilo, 150 kilo. Good God,
Have you seen the operation to fix sleep apnea?
No.
It's in Switzerland. It's the only place that does
There's
it.
an operation to fix sleep apnea.
Completely cures it in its entirety. Not just improves it, completely cures it. So it opens your airways up another 2 inches. So it literally pulls your whole throat forward 2 inches. It's insane. I'm going to get it done when I'm done fighting.
That sounds fucking mental.
It's brutal.
I didn't know it was even a thing.
Yeah, I'll give you the number. I'll give you the number. It's pretty barbaric. So what they do is you'll cringe when you hear this, but when he's showing me all the people that's had it done and the night and day before and after.
Yeah.
So he completely takes out your teeth, your top jaw.
That sounds so much fun.
Completely removes your teeth.
Sick.
Puts them on the side. Right?
Sound.
Breaks your jaw at the bottom there.
Just get Anthony Joshua to do that.
Pulls it all forward 2 inches. Fills it with artificial bone and then titanium plates it.
So your lower jaw comes forward 2 inches.
2 inches. Yeah. Yep.
Mate, look at the rest of my life.
Mate, honestly, you ought to see that basically the surgery was designed for models. Right. That's what it's originally for. And then he accidentally discovered that he was curing sleep apnea.
Oh my God.
So all these models are having these surgeries done, getting the jaw brought forward, making them like this incredible sculptured
like
face.
Giga Chad, yeah.
And then they were like all like having massive health improvements, like sleeping better, like living like another 20% longer. And he discovered by opening up the airways 2 inches, he was curing sleep apnea. But you think about it, you're opening up that throat another 2 inches constantly, even when you're asleep, awake, you're getting just more oxygen. So
better quality in general.
100. Wow. And you ought to see like, and there was thousands. He showed me all these pictures. There were thousands of before and afters. And every single one looked at least 10 years younger, if not 20.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
That's
like
nuts.
a year later.
That's nuts.
Insane. Like the grey hairs were coming back through, like normal hair.
Yeah.
Like the skin was so much better. The eyes were like crystal clear white. Just so much healthier.
That's mental.
So I'm having that done when I'm done
mental.
with fighting, yeah. It's
pricey.
100 grand.
Yeah, then.
Yes, but when you factor in the
quality of life change and the
quality, you have to sleep with a machine, you'd probably get another 20% of lifespan.
Do you not find the machine sexy?
I fucking hate it.
I like to put it on as, do you want me? Let me.
I'm actually quite embarrassed by it sometimes. I did a TV
funny
show.
thing is, I know what you mean, and so am I. I actually hate the fact to have one. When I travel and I'm in my hotel room, and you think about the cleaners coming in and going, fuck is that? Do you know what I mean?
I do it on the plane. I have to take a battery, and I take it on the plane with me. And everyone always like, what's that? And I'm like, it's some fucking stuff. And they have to explain, is that for fat people? It's like, well, no, it's just people that got restricted necks.
Yeah.
But I went on a TV show recently, I can't talk about it yet, but a closed TV show, and I had to sleep with other people. I had to have, and they had to give me a special bed in the corner, and have my own power supply and all this, and every fucker asked about it, and I'm like, it's so fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And, I'm a fit, young man, 38. And you just get labelled as this disgusting sort of like you need an oxygen machine to sleep. It's just not that, is it?
No, it's not. The concept of it is so different to what people say. When I always say, it's like, I try to show people, when I lie down, all of this just goes,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Try breathing now, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like,
did you know that pretty much if you snore, and this goes for men, women, if you snore in your sleep, you have got sleep apnea.
Oh, yeah. It's just on what level of severity it is.
Yeah, but if you snore, you've got sleep apnea.
Yeah.
That's your airways shutting. Yeah. And with being the bigger man, they just shut a bit harder.
Do you know when you had it but didn't know you had it, for example, were you always finding out you would wake up on your front?
Mate, I was just waking up all the time, just not sleeping.
Yeah. I'd always find I'd be waking up on my front with my arms above my head like that.
Yeah. The thing is, you're just trying to find a way to...
For airflow to be more beneficial.
Air to come in, aren't you? I think you're right. I would wake up in some weird positions, that's for sure. Just trying to get
I sleep like a baby with it, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I do now.
I would love to not have it.
You know what gets me is just like the little naps.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm so glad you've said that.
I'll be traveling with someone
God, I'm so glad.
in a car, and they'll just be like, and I'll be like, you bastard.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
It makes, for me, it's this. Do you know when you've just had like a long day or morning and you've sat in the settee and you think,
10-hour nap. Or 10-minute nap.
And this is what happens to me. I'll lie down on the sofa and I will start to doze off, and my own snoring wakes me up. I'll go, straight away because it instantly wakes me up, so I
Yes.
can't fall asleep, and I hate it. I hate the fact I can't nap. It infuriates me.
Yeah, and that's, so for those that don't know, that's what sleep apnea is. It's basically your airways shut, and the only way for your airways to open is you wake up.
Yeah.
Hence why you never get a good night's
Yeah,
sleep.
yeah.
Hence why truck drivers crash trucks because
Yeah.
they fall asleep at the wheel,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it can be really
Yeah,
dangerous.
yeah.
So anyone out there that snores,
Yeah.
or if you hear your partner stop breathing in your sleep, go and get a sleep
Yeah.
study because it will change your life. Do you notice when you had the machine, your quality of life went from like here to here?
And when I say like it changed, because I was sleeping better, I was more productive.
Yes.
I was more energetic. I was more awake. I was more alive. I wanted to do more. I wanted to achieve more.
Yeah.
It was literally, the moment I got my sleep apnea machine, I felt everything shift.
Life
Yeah.
changing. I'm the same.
And what annoyed me more was the fact that I was like, fuck, how long was I living without that?
Yeah.
Like, how long was I intentionally putting myself through dreadful sleep?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And not knowing. Yeah, that was my biggest concern, was I didn't do it sooner.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I think I got mine when I was 24.
Yeah.
And I reckon I had it from 20.
Yeah. Well, I definitely had it from probably 26, 25 years old. And I want to say I got it, I was just about to turn 29, 28 and a half, something like that.
So a few years now.
Yeah.
A couple of years. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the many fun health implications,
Joys.
joys. How are your blood markers and stuff these days?
Do you know what? They're actually pretty good.
Tested?
My one thing, I have bloods every 12 weeks. And to be fair, they're not really that bad. You know what the funniest thing is? I think a lot of people assume that because you're big, your diabetic markers, this markers, that markers must be dreadful. Oh my, great. Everything's great. Even down to I don't know what it is. It's one of the markers for the heart that shows the likelihood of chronic heart disease.
I mean, there's so many.
Yeah, but this one, I think you have to be under 250 to be in the healthy
Okay,
range.
yeah.
Mine's 251. So it's like, even at my size,
Yes.
doing what I do and using performance enhancing drugs, it's 251. So I mean, so actually, my markers, I don't look at them and get all that concerned.
What about when you're at your biggest? Like
When I was at my biggest, I want to say my bloods were not great. Definitely cholesterol was an issue. But I want to say that it always is in the bigger guys. You know what I mean? Cholesterol's a concern, or something that we try to mitigate and manage the best we can. Like my red blood cells, in terms like, like your...
Yeah, they're always going to be bigger, more...
My blood quality wasn't good though.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? My blood just wasn't all that healthy. So one thing I do a lot more now is bloodlets. So I'll go and give blood every kind of 3 months.
Yeah,
I'll
good.
do like a half a pint to a pint of blood. And it's quite funny. Like, I will genuinely feel the improvement of that. Do you know what I mean? Like 2 days later, I'm a bit more spruce. Do you know
Feel
what I mean?
lighter, yeah.
Yeah, and it's almost like I've just got rid of some grunge out of me that I didn't need in there. So we do try to really, really be close with all of my bloods. Weirdly enough, there's a conversation going in the background at the minute with the enhanced games. Talk to me about maybe doing an exhibition lift there, and,
bench press.
and running a very set cycle that they structure and build, etc. So there is that, and that'll obviously be well monitored and closely watched as well. So that's quite cool.
So what goes on with that then? Are they actively asking you to take drugs and promote taking drugs?
I think it's more that if you're an openly spoken PED user, are you willing to participate with them in the use of it, however it's under their structure, based on what they believe would be the most beneficial to what it is you're trying to attain. And I believe that's what it is. I think the cycles are used on the basis of, they look at your bloods, your DNA type, everything.
So the enhanced games are actively working with you on your bloods, what you're taking, really?
Yeah.
And are they...
Yeah. So the enhanced games is obviously the way that they had to implement a safety side of it was to ensure that there was consistent tracking and management of everyone's health. Do you know what I mean? Because it's one thing asking everyone to use gear and see what you can push and do and run and swim, but it's another thing ensuring they're coming out of it healthy. Do you know what I mean? So there's a load of doctors involved. Dr. Khan Transform there from Birmingham, he's one of the ones that's massively involved with it, and there's tons more, but they're very hands-on with everything, blood testing, very, very regime with it. Everything's super controlled, and they're almost handcrafting cycles for people.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
so almost telling them what to take.
Based on what you would hyper respond to and not hyper respond to, and things like that, and looking at your DNA and how you work genetically, and then going, right, a bit of this and a bit of this, and building a cycle to basically give them the most potential for what it is that they're trying to achieve. So that's what it's all about.
That's insane. Yeah, because I've seen a few athletes openly. Like a bit like a few
well,
swimmers.
the latest one's Thor, isn't it? Thor's just been announced with it, which I had no idea about. So Hafthor's just been announced with it, but apparently he's saying he's going for another world record there with the deadlift. But I know that there's, like you said, there's a lot of swimmers and things like that.
Yeah, swimmers, cyclists, runners, they're all going. Like, there's a few people going over and they're like, I'm going to break the world record. Yeah.
But it's not just that, they're also incentivized too. Yes. Do you know what I mean? Because, and I say this again, it's like, when you look at powerlifting and when you look at strongman, where's the incentive? There's really, the incentives aren't massive.
Yeah, powerlifting especially.
Powerlifting is awful.
You just got to do it for the accolade.
Yeah, it's literally the accolade. And the reality is, accolade is one thing, but having a family to provide for is another. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And there needs to be some give and get with these things. If you're putting your body through endless amounts of stress and input and training so hard alongside working full time, you'd hope there's a return. Do you know what I mean? At the end of it. So, and I think with powerlifting, that's the issue. There just isn't.
So I've got to ask: have you been talking any numbers with the enhanced games?
No, not yet. No, but I know that there is a lot of numbers in the air.
Yeah,
I know there's a lot. I know there's a lot of people early on stages, because I was like part of early talks for it. So I was spoken to by like their casting teams and had interview calls. This was like a year and a half ago when I was in America. I was getting called by them just to talk about like doing parts of the documentary for them as well and being like part of that. And I think it's because I'm openly spoken about my usage on social media. It's not like it's something that's a grey area for me. You know what I mean? I'm very black and white with all my stuff. I break down my cycles on YouTube, for God's sake. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I've always been like super transparent with what it is. And I think because of that, they reached out to me and wanted to know. But there was conversations of like everyone that is confirmed spaces on the documentaries are getting like nice 6-figure payouts. And I think if you break a world record, it's a pretty handsome payout. I want to say everyone that takes their individual record, they've got a really good pay structure for it. Do you know what I mean? As in the athletes are being heavily rewarded. So there's an incentive there. Yeah. As opposed to just doing it for the sake of doing it, which is a lot of the case. You know, like even look at the Olympics. Obviously the Olympics is the contrasting side of this because we're the controlled version of everything.
How does that work though? Because like Halford, for instance, because he's openly said he uses PEDs. Yeah, so to then go to the enhanced games is a bit of a slap in their own face.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's like
come from somewhere you're using PEDs, but come over to our federation.
Yeah,
I think use more PEDs.
I think it's for the growth of them as a whole. Do you know what I mean? It's just to help push them. I want to say that the whole basis of the enhanced games, as far as I'm aware, was to build something that opposes the Olympics with the use of PEDs.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So,
which I'm all for.
Yeah, because ultimately, if you want to use gear, use gear.
Yeah, go ahead.
And the Olympics is obviously anti-doping, even though how many countries have been caught doping on end? You know what I mean? Like the thing is, if you're going to dope, people know how to hide it. Yes. Everyone knows that. Yeah. So reality is, enhanced games, well, we're just going to feed into that. We're just going to go, come and take gear and see what you can do, and we'll pay you to do so. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of it, you know, a lot of the athletes have been hand selected and reached out to and spoken to over time. So I think as it starts to play out over late this year and early next year, it'll be really cool to see.
I wonder what like other sports do. I mean, I think about fighting, but I think that'd be quite dangerous.
Yeah, fighting's got to be a scary one, isn't it?
A really scary one.
Yeah.
You know, you get someone like Tom Aspinall.
Yeah.
On heavy ped usage. Like that's a scary human being.
Yeah.
That is a scary human being.
Yeah, I agree.
That's like even put another Tom Aspinall against Tom Aspinall.
Yeah.
Whoever lands that first clean shot is most likely going to unalive them.
Yeah. I think it's a lot of it seems to be more of the Olympic style sports. Do you know what I mean? Anything that Olympic base is a carryover, cycling, like you said, swimming, running, etc., etc.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of it seems to be based over. A lot of weightlifting is the newer conversation that's happening now. Originally, it was more Olympic style based sporting events and not so much even Olympic lifting, but now the conversation is opening on a broader spectrum of let's just include all sorts. Let's chuck weightlifting in there and bench pressing and deadlifting and all sorts. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a conversation still to be had, but I think there's definitely involvement for me. I just don't know what yet as a final.
It's interesting. As I say, I would rather you go and do that there than at powerlifting. You get paid nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I think go to a platform that's going to give you money for.
What's the biggest amount of money you can win as a powerlifter? Is it SPD Sheffield? And and I want to say you get £5,000 for setting a new world record. That's what you get.
Right.
So you set a new world record is £5,000.
Yeah.
Yay.
And then what you get for winning? Less.
Do you know what I mean? I want to say you win Sheffield, I think that's another $5,000. So let's say you've won the Sheffield as a whole,
And then get a world record.
and then you've got a world record. You've got 10 grand.
Yeah, and that's a year's work.
That's a year's work.
Essentially, 10 grand. So yeah, I mean, look, even at strongman, like we just said, if you win every top show in strongman, you're walking away with 300 grand if you are lucky.
Yeah, and bear in mind that there's 40 other men that are just as hungry
Yeah,
as you.
100%.
Do you
So
know what I
you're
mean?
not guaranteed to win every show.
Exactly.
Yeah, like world's strongest man, I think the prize money, I'm going to top of my head, something like $70,000.
Yeah.
You know, but again, that's a lifetime's work.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. It's
not just a year. That's a lifetime's
You've got
work.
newer comps that pay more now as well, haven't you? Well, isn't it like maybe the Arnold Classic?
Arnold's
and the Rogue.
Brian Shaw, Strongest Man on Earth. I mean, Giants Live pay good.
Yeah.
40 grand for a show.
Yeah.
And they're like Europe's Strongest Man, Britain's Strongest Man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I just ran the Battle of the Beasts in Malta.
How was that, by the way? Was it good?
Really
fun.
Yeah, really
fun.
fun.
Malta?
Really nice.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I love
Don't you think it's compact?
But I love the people. I love the
people are good there.
The government, the food, the atmosphere. Just no one gives a fuck.
No, they don't. They're
great.
Funny. You are bang on. That's exactly how I'd describe it.
So good.
Yeah, I've got a few friends there.
Yeah. No,
I do like Malta.
Yeah, but the Battle of the Beast Malta, I think I paid a total of 110,000 euros prize money, which is like, you know, better than Giants Live. You know, it's up there.
Yeah.
You know, so the money is there.
You can do it again?
Yes, hopefully, We're just trying to get a deal, get it streamed somewhere. Yeah. The money's there, but as I say, you've got to be winning every show to be earning good money.
Yeah.
Really have.
Well, and then
you're not guaranteed to win that show.
Enhanced Games comes along and
why
would you say no?
Yeah, and you can almost, like, in your head, I can lift that.
Yeah.
I can break that record.
Yeah.
Whereas with a strongman show, anything can go wrong.
Yeah.
You go into it, do crap on one event, and you've lost the whole show.
It's not even just that. With strongman, how often have we seen it where people have an incredible prep and then they go out on event one, pass out?
Yeah, I know, all the time.
Go on event one, sandbag carry, hit the deck, you're done, comp's done. So that lasts 4 months of prep.
Yeah, or rip a bicep, rip a pec.
I mean, Luke Richardson, bloke might be the most unlucky bloke I've ever seen. But at least he's back on track now. Do you know what I mean?
One of the most talented. He's also one of the most unfortunate.
Yeah, I love Luke. Yeah,
I think, stuff like that, it's like... I call it unluckiness, but I think someone like Luke, it's almost like he gets in his own head. Like that first event, it's like super tense.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like once he's got that first event out of the way, he's fine.
Yeah.
He always tends to get injured to start the show. It's like, everything.
Well, was it Britain's last year? I want to say it was Britain's last year. Was it this year? February? Didn't he hit the deck in the first event?
I can't remember. I think he did.
February last year, 2025. He did. It was event one.
Yeah,
Luke
he just passed out, didn't he?
Yeah. And I was like, no way. Because I know, he was on a serious...
And it's easy done, all that pressure on your chest.
Yeah,
Again, if you're already worked up and tense, and then you're pulling weight into your chest, holding your breath. Yeah. Easy done, man.
Mate, I only pass out with the log. That's what I'm saying to you. My core's not got it. I'm like, whoa. Log, I get 162 and I go...
I would quite regularly pass out doing overhead. I would have to set my training up to protect myself.
Yeah, just in case you went. Yeah.
So I'd have to get mats and stuff. So if I did pass out, it would catch the weight and not crush me.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. It was in an old gym years ago. And I was doing front squats. So I had a bar across my neck.
God.
And I was holding it with straps.
Is that because... Were you front squatting because your mobility was bad?
No, just thought I'd program it in.
Yeah.
And I had like 6 plates inside. I did 260 kilo.
Great.
Third rep in, I just woke up on my back. Just literally, I was like, it felt so easy. And then I just woke up on my back and the bar was across my neck and my legs were behind me. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I just sort of woke up in all this pain, like, oh my God, get this weight off me. But yeah, it's... Don't
you think it's mad as well that, like, when you're doing it, like when you were doing strongman and chasing that strength aspect and money, you never think in your head about the idea of dropping a bar. No. You never ever think, this is really dangerous for what I'm doing all the time. Like, all the bench I do, I never ever think I could drop this bar. Because it's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Never ever think about
some of the injuries I've seen, especially with bench pressing.
Yeah.
It's like one of the worst ones.
People just drop it on the neck, they're dead straight away.
Yeah.
Or people drop it and are trapped until they asphyxiate and die from no oxygen. But I'm over here and I'll take 300 kilo off and go,
I know, it's...
Yes, son. And I won't even register that I was just in danger.
Yeah. That's a lot. That's like a death-defying stunt.
Yeah, it's
anything
bizarre.
Anything over quarter ton is a death-defying stunt.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when you think about like your overheads,
it's
just like, put this there. Imagine you just went
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Imagine at any point anything that could go wrong, and yet we just completely disassociate that when we're doing it. We don't even think about it. It's not a possibility.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's 2014 or 15. I did a 220 log, just locked it out, and then I just sort of fell back. And I managed to get the consciousness back and sort of felt, right, I better not fall back. Let's go under the log. I went under it, and it just rolled down my back. And no, it rolled me backwards like that, so it rolled me forward. And it just spat me out like a stick insect. And there was a concrete wall behind me, and it just literally went boom, boom.
Oh, God.
And I just woke up on that, like, sat on my arse like that, and I woke up, and everyone's like, "You're right, Ed," and I'm like, "Fuck," then I pass out. They're like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Right, get the fuck off me." Just got back up. But I literally, 1 minute I'm there, and the 1 minute I'm like,
yeah, fuck that. It scares me. It scares me just thinking about it.
And that could have broke my back.
Yeah. Easily.
Easily. Oh dear. We keep going off subject here. I was meant to get you on to talk about your life, but we just talked about everything.
Just chatting shit, innit?
Yeah. You got one brother?
I've got. I forget how many brothers I've got. I've got 2 older half brothers.
Oh wow, okay.
From my dad's first marriage. Then I've got 2 full brothers from my mum and dad's marriage.
Yes.
Then I've got a younger half brother on my mum's side from her
4,
partner now.
5.
And I've also got a little sister from my dad's
6. So you got six brothers and sisters.
Yeah, 6 siblings. Yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So you're one of 7. Technically.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Fucking hell, am I? Yeah.
One of
Good
7.
God.
Yeah.
I thought that, yeah.
It's a lot, man.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't really grow up seeing my older brothers too much.
How much older?
4 years and 6 years.
Okay, so it's the age difference where you wouldn't hang around.
Yeah. And then my younger brother, Jordan, he's the middle one. He's 29. And then Jack, he's 28. But Jack's special needs, so like severe learning disabilities. He's got the brain of like an 8-year-old and always will have. But tell you what, mate, is the biggest WWE fan you've ever seen in your life. Never seen anything like it, man. Oh, it's mental. And he's got like every action figure ever from wrestling, to a point where, like, if you walk in his room and nab one and then run off, 4 minutes later he comes downstairs going, "Who the fuck's got John Cena?"
He just knows you've
Like, and I'll be like, even though he's got 7 other John Cenas, he knows that one of them is fucked off. He'll come down like, "Where's John Cena version 6, mate?" And who's got him? I'm like, "How the fuck do you know that?" Do you know what I mean? It's like a superpower he's got. So, but yeah, 6, 7 of us total, I guess, from my mum and dad's various relationships. Yeah.
So a bit of a busy upbringing.
Well, yeah, my dad's had 3 wives and kids of all of them, and then my mum was with my dad for, my whole life. So 16, 17 years until they separated.
All right.
And then my mum has been with Paul, who she met after my dad, since. And she had my younger brother with him. So, man.
That's a lot of brothers and sisters.
Yeah, but, I don't really see them all that much. I mean, I think one thing I know I've not been very good at as I've got older, maybe it's because I've got 2 sons, is just seeing family. I suck at that. Do you know what I mean?
I'm suck at that.
I'm so bad at it. But it's like, it's because I find when I've done everything in my day, when I've done all I need to do, all I'm going to do is see my kids.
Yeah.
I don't then want to go, right, come on, we're now going here. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I just think, if people want to see me, they can see me. Which is an awful way to think.
Yeah,
but I do that a
I'm
lot.
The same, man. My little
it.
family is my family. I couldn't really give a fuck about anybody else.
Yeah.
I say, you've got 7 brothers and sisters. I can't honestly say I think I've got 7 friends. So that's crazy.
You know, it's funny you say that, because I couldn't say that.
Yeah.
No.
I think as you get older, it gets less. The circle gets very small.
Very small.
We had the 5-year stranger rule. So it's like, so you like, not that me and you, but most people, you work with them, you whatever a day with them, and then 5 years later they're strangers. And that's the case with most people you are friends with today. 5 years from now they'll just be strangers.
Now you think of it, I'm thinking back 5 years ago, and I'm thinking, I don't speak to a single one of them.
It's every 5 years you have that reset of like, I thought me as my best mate. Now I haven't spoken to him for 5 years.
It's funny you say that. I met a guy recently. Just got speaking. Like I've known him for years. He's known me for years. I just thought we got on so well, so fucking well. I was driving up to see him a couple hours north and that. Do you know what I mean? Introduced my missus to his missus. We were so aligned. I thought this bloke's great. Do you know what I mean? Someone I could really see. He's been a really good mate. And then this went on for a few months, and I just thought, one day I'm not going to message him. We haven't spoken since.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's just weird like that, though, isn't it?
It is, though, yeah.
It's one of them things where you don't realise it's one-sided at the time until...
Yeah. It's energy, though, isn't it? The stuff like that. And you've only got so much energy in this world, and you want to contain that, save it for your family.
Yeah, you're right.
We work so hard.
Yeah.
Put all this energy into what we do, and then all that energy you've got spare, like, right, where am I going to put that? I'm going to put it to my mates, or I'm going to put it to my kids. Put it to your kids, aren't you?
Yeah. Can I do this script thing?
We'll do that at the end, mate. You've been eyeing that up all the show.
I don't know if the camera can see it, but I'm sat here doing this. I'm just thinking about the contraction of my hand. What's the best on it?
Oh, the best is Paddy Haynes.
Paddy?
92.8 kilos so far, yeah.
92.8? Shit farmer.
Yeah,
Shit
but we'll come
farmer.
to that. Yeah, just
Paddy's really good with grip.
He is a good
He's
grip.
very good. Have you seen his grip wall, mate? He's got a grip wall.
Oh, he's got a grip wall.
Mate.
All that explains it.
Yeah, he's a little
He's
fraud.
a grip freak.
Yeah, I went to his farm to do a strongman session with
okay.
him, and it was fun. You know, like we did like that Viking hold and that. Which was, I've never done it before. It was well fun, but we did some cool stuff. And he was like, "Have you seen my grip wall?" He'd just finished it on the day, and it was just a wall of. Well, I guess it's like a sex shop for grip people. That's what it looked like. Do you know what I mean?
I like
Look at my toys.
Yeah,
Look at
every
my-
little. This one's like a world record holding it this way. And, they get so anal about stuff, don't they?
Yeah. He had like all the blobs and this and that, and the Thomas Inch dumbbells.
That's good. That explains that. Then he didn't tell me about that.
Mate, he's a grip master.
Didn't tell me about that.
Yeah, genuine grip
Sneaky
master.
bugger.
He used to like train grip a lot, and still does. He just acts like he doesn't.
Tell me about your training, because I'm sure people will be interested to know, like, your diet. Tell me through like a daily diet.
Do you know what's? Admittedly, I've probably got the most shit diet you've ever seen someone have.
Tell me what that shit diet is.
Today I've had sausage and egg sandwiches when I woke up, 2 of them. I will probably not eat now until 6, 7 o'clock.
Fuck off.
Dead serious. And I'll probably eat, I don't know, some chicken and pasta. And that's it for the day.
Is that most days?
That's near enough every day.
Chicken and eggs, sausage
So
and eggs.
Normally eggs in the morning. It's always, it might be an omelette.
Yeah.
Could be an omelette, could be scrambled egg on toast, or could be a sandwich, whatever. I always skip lunch. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's like I never eat lunch. Usually because, you know what it is? I find
It's amazing, because
it's
your
the active
size.
part of my day.
Yeah.
Mate, I don't know how, but I maintain on 3,500, 4,000 calories. I maintain so easily.
That's nuts.
But it also says, but the reality is that, imagine how much stronger I could be if I just ate.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That's my problem. I'm awful at it, mate. I'm dreadful with food. I don't eat. I genuinely do not eat. And I find what happens is I'll eat in the morning, then go about my day, and won't even think about eating until I sit down again in the evening, and then I'll think about eating.
What kind of volume are we talking? Like, how many sausages and eggs?
Oh,
sandwiches do you have
yeah.
to
I mean, I'll eat like 8 sausages.
Okay.
And like, if I'm having an omelette, it'll be like 10 eggs.
Yeah.
And then like, if I'm having egg on toast, like 8 large eggs, 4 pieces of toast.
Okay, so it's like
So I have
4 times what a normal person would do.
Like my serving size is good, definitely. I think people have this conception of me that I eat all the time, man. Like I'm
huge.
But I swear to God.
And then what about, so tonight you're going to have chicken and pasta or whatever?
Tonight I'll be whatever I get served up, yeah.
Okay.
Give
me an idea though, like what, 5 breasts?
I think tonight will be, tonight's Mexican actually, I believe. So I think I've got quesadillas.
Quesadillas, how many quesadillas would you eat?
Fucking fair few. Yeah. So what we've realised when we go shopping weekly is she'll be like, so this is my trolley for me and the kids, and this is my trolley for you. Yes. And mine is just a duplicate of everything in that trolley.
Times 4.
Yeah, and then I have all that to myself.
Nice.
So like tonight I'll probably have like, if a quesadilla is like 2 wraps stuck to each other, we always buy large wraps, I'll have like 3 of them. So like 6 wraps total, all filled with chicken and cheese.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, man. That sounds good. That does.
So like a good 3,000-4,000 calorie.
I think I'll eat, I think my average intake a day, I'd say, is probably 4,500 calories.
That's not a lot.
I don't think it's a lot. I don't think it's a lot. But I have had times in my life where I was eating probably 7,500, 8,000 a day.
And what were you eating when you did that?
Shit.
Tell me.
Okay. Full Englishes, like anything, or Mackie's breakfasts. You know, if there had to be something in the morning that was greasy and hot.
Yes.
That's how my brain works. You know what I mean? It had to be some form of meat that was warm and greasy. So Mackie's breakfast, full Englishes, you know, or I'd order from the Desi place that did like chicken sausage and chicken bacon and scrambled egg. And this, I'd always have something like that breakfast space. Then it get to lunchtime, I'd start thinking, right, is Subway what we're getting from Subway, what am I getting from Greg's, what am I getting from here. You know, if I go to Greg's, it'd be like 2 sausage rolls, 2 bakes, and a sandwich. Then T would be like, what do I want to order? And that'd be my selection. I'd order 3 times a day. Genuinely, I was ordering like 3 times a day. My Uber Eats bill in a month, I remember going through my Uber Eats and totaling it up with the missus of a calculator. I said, I had all these up, so I know how much I spent on food this month on Uber Eats. And it was like £1,440 on Uber Eats in a month.
Just on Uber Eats?
Just on Uber Eats in a month. So you know it's bad, because that's like, I'm probably spending, 70, 80 quid a day. Near enough. Do you know what I mean? At points I was spending 60, 70 quid a day just on Uber Eats. But like now I seem to, the gluttony's left a little. I'm just not as hungry anymore.
Okay. And then what about training? Training's a good structure to your training.
Training's rather than... probably structurally right now is the best it's been in a long time.
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed with me is, admittedly, the more this has got going in terms of social media and me and doing all this, the more naturally I've had to avoid that point of taking my foot off the gas. And I mean that in the sense of, that's when I said earlier about thinking back to an old version of me, is because it's very simple to look around and go, oh, it's all right, this is. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then go, chill out a bit, chill out a bit. And then I might miss a training day. Suddenly I might miss 2. Next week I've missed another 2. And then all of a sudden in 2 weeks I've missed 4 training sessions. And then I haven't trained back for 3 weeks. And then before I know it, I'm like, why is my back for a week today when I'm doing my foundation setup for bench? And you know what I mean? It all starts to go hand in hand. So I definitely went for a phase last year. I'd say the middle ground of last year, from like May to around August, where I was super just flat.
And that's because you were just so busy.
I think I was busy, and I
let
think
your training.
Yeah, one thing I do is like I'll prioritise the content, the socials, everything I can, and I'll let things fall. And training will be the bearer of that. It'll be the part that falls, which is the thing now that I've changed. So now training doesn't fall. Do you know what I mean? No matter what I'm training, other than the last week when I say I've been ill. So I haven't trained for about 7 days. I trained yesterday. I trained Saturday, and I've been begged today to train with Martyn Ford, but luckily I'm here. Thank you.
Saved you from a day of hell with Martyn.
So, but my training right now looks at basically 2 push days a week and 2 pull days a week.
Okay.
So my 2 push days, my 1 push day is heavily volume based. I'd say, for example, on bench press, we're talking like I'd work up to a range of 240 to 250 kilo for sets and reps, and try to hit as many as I can. I like to push myself and just send it on time, basically.
Yeah.
Which
how many reps are you doing with like 240?
My best on 250 is 10 reps. Okay. My best on 260 is 8. I think yours on 265 is ridiculous. That set you did was horrifying.
I used to do 6,
mate. So
proper pause.
Yeah, it's horrifying. I've watched the video probably a million times. No lie, it's probably my favourite video of yours is your 265 bench set. I'm not even lying. Dead serious. I think it's my favourite video of yours. That bench set, like people don't. To this day, that is one of the best bench sets in history ever.
Thanks, man.
It is, mate. It's too.
I don't
know you don't compute
it. Wasn't my.
I do.
Yeah, it wasn't my structure. It was bench. It was just like a.
It's hands down.
It was a building block for the log press.
It's just horrifying because you do it with that static power off your chest was so fast.
Yeah.
It's you just did this. You just took 265 and.
Yeah.
There was no, you know, a lot of people, you'll see a stick point as it transfers from the chest to the tricep. Do you know what I mean? There's like and then they drive through. Whereas it's just that. There's no stick point. So watching you press was horrifying. But yeah, if my Monday's a volume day, Tuesday be a back day, but my back day's oriented around bench press.
Yes. Okay.
So like barbell row in the same grip position that I would do a bench press. My cable rows on a longer cable attachment, and it would be in a similar position that I'd do a bench press. Face pulls and rear delt work, a lot of anything that is going to thicken and strengthen the foundation for my bench press. So that's where my pull days come in. And then my second press day is like a shoulder and incline bench variation. Okay. So I'll do incline press, I'll do shoulder press. It's a lot of like lateral movements, lat raises, front raises, upright row, etc. Anything to kind of strengthen the joint areas and just give me thickness around there and blood flow. I find the most important thing for me in recovery, in all my training, my recovery is blood flow. Yes. So blood flow is the heart of everything. Do you know what I mean?
High rep stuff.
So high rep stuff. So like the biggest attribute to my training, and then something that I heavily credit to my strength over the last couple of years is band work.
Yes.
Resistance bands, just having one in my bag anywhere I am, no matter what I do, and having 10 minutes on a resistance band and just putting blood in my chest for no reason. And then I walk around with a pump, but God, I recover so fast.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
I get you.
And all the small pains and niggles that I have go away so much quicker.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like when I did my AC joint a year and a half ago with you, and I was doing the silly incline stuff, the first thing I did was I was told, dude, you need to not train, you can't do anything. And the first thing I did was started going in the sauna with a band.
Yeah.
I was standing in the sauna with a resistance band, just doing this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And 3 weeks later, I was benching 300 kilo again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it was like, you know, I like listening to all that. It's one thing saying what we recommend, but it's one thing knowing your body and knowing how I know that I work better with just blood flow. If I get blood there, I'll recover faster.
I always used to say that. So I used to do, in between my strongman training, when I'd train 4.5, 5 hours every day, and then Monday to Friday. And on Wednesdays, I would do what they call it HIIT training.
Yeah.
So it'd be a minute on, minute off, and I'd do that for an hour.
I hate HIIT.
As hard as I possibly could for an hour. But I would do every body part. So I'd do like hitting a tire. I would do pull downs. I would do bench press. I would do push ups, press ups. You know, just keep one minute on. What bike? And if I didn't do that, I would feel so much sorer on the Thursday. So like the HIIT training, just getting that blood flowing, just pumping for 60 seconds on that muscle helped the recovery so much. So I'm a big advocate for that, for getting the blood flowing. I know that works. How do you find the social media side of things? Because that's obviously where the magic happens for us guys. How do you find that?
I found it, weirdly enough, easier to navigate than people make out. I think social media is a simple concept. The more you put in, the more you get out. It rewards consistency. So if you're consistent, like it or not, you're going to just keep appearing on people's pages. And the more you appear on people's pages, the more people see you, the more you're spoken about. That's life, do you know what I mean? The more that you put your name in people's mouths, the more it comes out of their mouth. And so for me, I found it was October 2022. I was nowhere near any social fame. I just started posting on TikTok. I didn't have a following, I had nothing. But I was like, I'm going to post, and I'm going to post my lifts and just post random stuff. And I was. And I had a couple of posts to like 10, 20,000 views on TikTok. I was like, that's cool. You know, I found that really cool. And I thought, what worked? Like, let me look at what I've posted. What did the best? And it was always me going for like heavy lifts. And it was always me going for silly lifts. So I thought, well, let's just mix them two together. You know what I mean? Let's do heavy, stupid lifts. And then before I knew it, I was on videos of like 1 million. And it was like, wow. And then January 1st rolled around. January 1st, 2023, and I was like, my New Year's resolution is I am going to post every single day, no matter how I feel about it. Every day I'm going to post a video, yeah? So I was like, that's my New Year's resolution. I have to post every day just to see where it goes. But I decided to outperform that and post twice a day. So I was like, well, I'm going to post in the morning when I wake up for work, because I was a home shopping manager for Asda, so I used to wake up at like 4 in the morning. I'd be at work for 5. So I thought, if I could post at 5 a.m., what other continents am I capturing? Where stuff could go viral, do you know what I mean? So there'd be some nights where I would post at midnight, 1 a.m, and wake up to 6 million views and all the comments in Arabic. And there'd be nights where I'd wake up and I'd post at 5 a.m, and by midday when I'd check my phone again, and if I go on lunch at work, I'd have a video on 4 million views and it'd be like viral as fuck in India. Do you know what I mean? And I realised that the more that I could just tap into the markets, like, and different time zones, it's a book to just open and sit and keep going. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I did. It was an open book. I just kept going. So I was posting out twice a day. I'd always post in the morning. I'd always post in the evening. That was my promise to myself. By January the 24th, I had 100,000 followers. So I gained 100,000 followers pretty quickly. I was like, So then I just thought, well, do the same thing. But at this point, I had trialed a video, and it was someone put up a video saying, if your boyfriend can't bench 100 kilo, that's now your girlfriend. And I was like, what a stupid fucking sentence. Who the fuck are you to set a strength standard? Your max bench is 110 kilo, you twat. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's always a bigger fish. That is the rule of life. Do you know what I mean? There's always someone going to be stronger than you at something. That is life. Not to mention, the whole point of the gym is to better yourself. So if someone's in there, they're in there to better themselves. Doesn't matter where they are in their journey. You're in a different part of yours and a different part of theirs. They're in the gym. That's it. It's all matters. Don't get me wrong, there's fucking idiots in the gym, but reality is the basis is people are there to get better. And I remember this video, and it just rubbed me wrong. So I stitched the video, and I stitched it, and I was like, here's me fucking shoulder pressing your deadlift. And I think it was like 220 kilo. I just shoulder pressed it on a barbell, seated, and then I posted it, and it went mental. It did like 2-3 million views in like 12 hours. And then I was like, So I just started searching TikTok. So I started searching TikTok for those trends. I was putting that trend in the search bar, and I was finding videos of people being an arsehole, of people saying silly shit, your boyfriend this, your girlfriend that, you blah, 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 blah. And I just kept stitching them. I was putting like 3 out a day, and they were all doing millions and millions and millions. It was going nuts. By February 24th, so a month later, I had 450,000 followers.
Wow.
So growing like 350,000 a month, I was like, fuck. And so I just carried on. I carried on, and then by the end of April, I had 1 mil. I think it was April the 27th, I got 1 million followers on TikTok. And then I was like, just keep going. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Just keep going, just keep posting. But there was, at the point, I remember there was months on TikTok where like my 28 days figures for numbers was like 412 million views.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Do you know what I mean? Like everything I was posting was just stupid. But the one thing I do attribute that to is early on was maximizing time zones. Because like one thing I know, like I've noticed with me, there's people of my following size that go out and about, but they don't really get stopped or seen or known. Maybe they do in the UK, but like I went to Iceland and filled the gym. I went to Turkey at a random coach stop, took my kids on holiday, and at 2 a.m, got off to buy a Pepsi, and the guy behind the cashier was freaking the fuck out. Do you know what I mean? I go to LA, if I could show you my statistics, like 10% of my following is Los Angeles based. People all over the world have seen that content.
Yeah.
Everyone all over the world knows. Like when I travel, I take pictures everywhere. In Japan, in October, November, I was taking pictures with loads of Japanese people. They're like, oh my fucking God. And I'm like, how the fuck do you know who I am? And then I think, I know why you do. It's because I was posting all the fucking time. I made it so people could only see me. I didn't give people an option to not see me. You're going to fucking see my content because I'm going to put it out consistently all the time. And that's what I did. And I think it's like people always message me up, bro, how do I get better at social media? It's like there is no fast track to it. The reality is post and don't stop. Be consistent, but find your niche. Because I was posting, I was being consistent, I was growing okay. Then I found my niche, which was that content, that shutting people the fuck down. And the moment I found my niche and rode with it, boom. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. It's just put your name out there, be yourself to camera, because that's what people like. People like relatability.
Yes.
You know, when someone watches a piece of content they can relate to, they like it, and they're much more likely to follow you if they feel there's a sense of relatability to you. So put yourself on camera and don't bullshit about who you are. Just be you. Most people are looking for that authenticity. They want to just see you be yourself. And if you can comfortably speak to a camera and be yourself, you're already way ahead of the curve. You're winning. Now just find your niche and lock in and go. And that's what I did. And it worked. So, yeah. It's weird because the name Jim Reaper wasn't even my idea. I never even thought of that. I remember I was posting them videos. It'd been about 3 weeks of posting them. They were doing really well. And one of the top comments on one of the videos had like 40,000 likes. And it was like, this motherfucker's the Jim Reaper. And I was like,
there we
sounds
go.
all right, does. So I just changed my name to it. I thought,
Inherited
with that.
it.
Yeah, inherited
Great.
it. I was like, sound, thank you. Thanks for that.
Lovely.
And just been like that ever since.
Mr. Baker, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me. Pleasure.
It was an absolute
Thank
pleasure
you very much.
hosting you, learning about your life and
Thank you.
how you tick.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, mate. Right then, guys, thank you for watching and listening to The Good, The Bad and The Beast. It was quite interesting listening to Josh's views on life and lifting and everything in between. We'll see you next time. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Big love, The Beast. Take care.